Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy. Today, I'm going to talk about manifestation, wholeheartedly doing what you want and getting what you want. A lot of people are, tied up to the fact that their lives are going a certain way, or they inherently program themselves to follow in the same footsteps of their parents, or just do something that's a lot safer and a lot more normal than what's not normal, which is like things that you would want to do, you and I, that things that aren't really norm. But don't get me wrong, there's still a bunch of people that do have these career fields that they love and they do. But I want to say a majority of adults, a majority of kids my age, we kind of fall into this habitual system of you kind of repeat what you've seen or what you've been told. A lot of kids my age are having kids, and what I think should happen when somebody has a kid, you basically make your living for the kid. You live for the kid and you want the very best for the kid. You want what's better for your kid than what you were raised around. That's kind of like a cop-out in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes, because when someone's not mature enough or you don't experience life in a sense, you don't go traveling, you don't meet a bunch of different people, you don't expand your horizons mentally or even physically, I think we often shackle ourselves. I don't want to use kids as a shackling term, but that's certainly what it is. A lot of us use kids as the reason for living, and I don't think that's bad, because some people do need that. I do believe more often than not a lot of people's lives change based on the fact that they have kids or have pre-existing conditions. But not taking it that far as having kids, a lot of people are stuck in their routines, and it's scary to break away from those routines and find something that's more suitable or something that you really want to do. And that's kind of what I'm coming to terms with. We come to a pivotal age, not saying that you can't do anything at any age and become what you want. It is way more easier to mold your mind now when you're young and you have no liabilities. Liabilities meaning no kids, no pre-existing bills or anything really tying you down in a sense. If you wanted to pick up all your shit and move to a different state or country, you could do that. Nothing's holding you back. I do believe that just the thought alone scares a lot of people. I do believe that there is a better and more fulfilling life on the other side. And change is a very complicated word in the sense that things change for the better and things change for the worse. I do believe change is a great thing. When people change, we evolve, we adapt. That's pretty much life in a sense. It's always changing, it's never constant. A good indicator for someone that's always changing is changing in looks and changing in hairstyles, hair color, just trying something new. I know a lot of people are more prone to do one sort of thing than trying different things, and I do think that's a coping mechanism in a sense that they don't want to try something and make themselves look bad. You have to relieve this sense of self, there's this sense of ego for you to actually change, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Everybody poops is something I like to remind myself constantly whenever you put somebody on a pedestal, because oftentimes those people that you put on a pedestal, i.e. celebrities, models, artists, recording artists and stuff like that, dancers, they all started from the bottom. In a sense, you do have that talent and that passion to do what you want to do, but everybody starts at the bottom in a sense, and you constantly learn and practice and change your way until you become a professional. One great thing about me is that when I see somebody doing something that I want to do, I kind of take myself out of the situation and I look at that person. I'm like, me and that person, whatever position that he's doing, or being a content creator, YouTuber, whatever, me and that person are identical in ways, physically and mentally in a sense. Because whatever a person's doing, I always say, like, bro, I could be doing that. I could do what he's doing. I could do what she's doing. I could I could drive the boat, you feel me? I could fly the plane. And that's sort of the mindset you got to go into it, because the mind is a very powerful tool. It could hinder you, or it could make you reach levels that you would never think. And I do believe a lot of people do get in their own ways, in a sense that they constantly remind themselves or even outside forces, they let them infiltrate their mind and think that they can't do it because they don't have this or that, or they don't look like this. That's all irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, because anybody can be taught to fly a plane, anybody can be taught to make music, anybody can be taught to sing, anybody can be taught to play a guitar. It's the passion and the consistency aspect that a lot of people lack, or even the mental fortitude. A lot of the times, one valuable lesson that I'm going to give you guys right now: never tell anybody your plans or your wishes, because a lot of the times when you tell somebody your plans, first of all, they might not even care about anything you have to say. Second, they might steal your idea. Third, when you speak, you kind of take away from the actions. Mentally, you feel like you've done the work. Even if you break it down, I got to get this, I got to get that, in whatever area, your mind's already putting up barriers for you to knock down, in a sense. 100% of the time, I don't tell nobody none of my goals or aspirations. If I want to do that, I'd make a vision board or even have a poster of certain goals that I want to reach at a certain time. That's a big aspect in changing and becoming better in your life. The one thing that you can't do is have your ego in things, especially when you want to change, because your ego and your mind wants to keep you safe. Your mind wants to keep you in your room eating hot Cheetos, eating ice cream, eating cookies, eating chips, or whatever people are doing. Your mind wants to keep you smoking. They want you to feel safe. What your mind doesn't want is for you to know you don't need it, that you can go around it, that you can be greater than what you are. And a lot of the times, it's the consistency and it's the passions, because you do need an underlying passion if you want to do something different, something that goes against the norm or against the grain. I do feel like a lot of people do put things in their life or have people in their lives so they don't have any control over their life, in a sense that, oh, I got a kid now I gotta go work, now I gotta do this. I don't have any kids, I don't have any liability whatsoever, so in a sense I'm free. I know that is scary for a lot of people, but I do decide to live my life like this because I still, even till this day, I have different aspirations and different goals that I need to achieve, that I want to achieve. And the only way to do that is if you're constantly working, if you're consistently changing and going to different places and, just trying different things. At the end of the day, it is scary to change your setting, to change your environment. You're going to learn, and you're going to honestly so much more for taking those leaps of faith, taking those, hard calls, doing what you want to do, taking that odd job, going to a different city, really being by yourself and actually learning from your mistakes. And not only mistakes, you can't really focus in on the mistakes. You got to focus in on the positives. And at the end of the day, everybody's always learning. Nobody's perfect in a sense. Man, I meet people twice my age. When I speak to them, I'm just like, wow, they're not really mentally there, in a sense. They've been living this cookie cutter lifestyle of go to high school, marry your sweetheart, have kids, get a job, buy a house, die, give it to that's very basic, and I'm not throwing no shade at that. There's a lot of people that do love that. For someone like me, I'm constantly having ideas, I'm constantly having business ideas, different aspects of my life that I do want to expand in. Having liabilities kind of shuts that down, in a sense. That's my hot take for today. Always regulate your liabilities and try to minimize them. You don't want to be doing something that you deep down aren't satisfied with. I'm not saying to throw your baby away or baby mama or whatever, but don't be scared of change and always strive for more. Never be complacent. Never be comfortable in the situation that you're in. I mean, comfortable in a sense that you always want better for yourself. And that's pretty much the hot take for today. I appreciate you guys so much for watching these videos. If you guys can please like, comment, and subscribe, that would be very important to me, and I appreciate that so much. Don't forget to go in the comments, let me know what you guys think about this video, and let me know what else you guys want to hear me talk about. I'm having a lot of fun doing these videos, and there's definitely a lot more where that came from. Peace out.